The next aspect of color that we're going to learn about is color wheel. So when we arrange the colors in a circular diagram, that is called as the color wheel. This color wheel was invented by Sir Isaac Newton in the year 1666. To build this color wheel, we'll have to start with primary colors. So let's learn what primary colors are. Primary colors are colors that cannot be achieved by mixing any other two colors. So this primary colors consists of colors like red, yellow and blue. The next set of colors are secondary colors. So secondary colors are nothing but when we mix primary colors together, the color that we get will be called as the secondary color. So now we have red, yellow, blue as primary colors. So when we mix red and yellow, the resultant color will be orange, and that orange color will be called as the secondary color. Same way, when we mix blue and yellow, the resultant color will be green, and when we mix blue and red, the resultant color will be violet. So the secondary colors are orange, green and violet. The next set of colors that we're going to learn is tertiary colors. Tertiary colors are nothing but the colors that we get when we mix primary color and a secondary color. So we have a primary color red and we have a secondary color orange. When we mix red and orange together, the resultant color will be red-orange, and based on the proportions of the primary and the secondary colors mixed together, we will get huge range of hues together. So these are the primary, secondary and tertiary colors that can be used to build the color wheel. Now that we have built a color wheel, we can form different color schemes based on the color wheel. So the first color scheme is monochromatic color scheme. So monochromatic color scheme consists of only one hue along with its shade and tint. For example, if we take the hue red, the shade of red will be darker red and the tint of red will be lighter red, and red, darker red, lighter red together form the monochromatic color scheme. The next color scheme is achromatic color scheme. As the name suggests, this color scheme will not involve any colors at all. It only has black, grey and white. It's just similar to the grey scale that we have learned already. The next color scheme is analogous color scheme. Analogous color scheme consists of colors that are present next to each other on the color wheel. For example, if we take the color blue, the colors that will be present as a blue color will be blue, violet and violet. So comprising blue, blue-violet and violet together will form the analogous color scheme. The next color scheme is complementary color scheme. Complementary color scheme consists of colors that are exactly opposite to each other on the color wheel. For example, if we take the color red, the exact opposite color that is present to color red will be green. So red and green together are called as complementary colors. The next variation of complementary color will be split complementary colors. So this color scheme will consist of a hue and either side of the color of its complementary color. So for example, if we take the color red, its complementary color will be green, but this color scheme will not involve the color green, but instead it involves the colors that are present either side of the green. Those will be yellow green and blue green. So finally, red, yellow green and blue green together will be called as the split complementary color scheme. The next color scheme will be triadic color scheme. So triadic color scheme will also involve three colors into it. But these three colors will be equally spaced on the color wheel. For example, red, yellow and blue will be equally spaced on the color wheel. So these colors together will be called as the triadic color scheme. The next color scheme is called as the tetradic color scheme. As the name suggests, this color scheme will involve four colors. This is nothing but when we combine two complementary pairs together, that is called as the tetradic color scheme. And again, tetradic color scheme has two shapes, square shape and rectangle shape. First, let's see what square shape is. When we take the color red, its complementary color will be green. So one pair of complementary color will be red and green. The next pair of complementary color that we'll have to take will be yellow-orange and blue-violet. So when we connect all these colors together, the shape that we achieve will be a square shape. Whereas in the rectangle shape, the first pair will be red and green and the next pair will be blue and orange. So when we connect all these four colors together, the shape that we get is rectangle shape. So these are the different varieties of color scheme that we can form from the color wheel. So far we have learned about the technical aspects of color. Now we learn about color psychology. Colors can actually impact the psychology of a viewer because colors can convey emotions, feelings and intentions well, because every color has a meaning and emotion. For example, let's see certain colors and their meanings together. So when we take the color red can convey emotions like love, passion, anger or also power. Whereas the color blue can convey emotions like independency, strongness, intelligence and also peacefulness. Whereas the color purple can convey emotions like royal, rich, precious and also sacred. Though the color lavender is a bit similar to the color purple, but still it can convey an entirely different set of emotions like delicacy, grace, elegance and femininity. So, knowing the meaning of colors will help us to convey the emotions and intentions of us even better. The next factor of color that can affect the mood of the viewer can be temperature. We already learned what color temperature is, and so we are aware of what warm colors, what are cool colors. So based on the warm color and cool color technique, we can divide the entire color wheel into warm colors and cool colors. So under warm colors, we can involve colors like red, yellow and orange, because these colors will always evoke a feel of heat, because they are always remind us about the elements like fire or sun. And these warm colors can also be very vivid and energetic. Whereas the cool colors will involve colors like green, blue and violet, because these colors are always associated with elements like grass, water, ice, which will evoke a very calm and very serene emotions in us. So these are called as the cool colors. So based on the temperatures itself, we can convey the emotion and intention of us really well to the audience. Understanding these factors, if we use the colors very well, then we will be able to successfully convey the emotions, intentions of us through the audience. And also, we can guide the audience to focus on to the important elements and subjects. Whereas if we fail to use the colors very properly, this might actually work in the exact opposite way of its benefit.